Welcome, folks. I'm Jabby Kawai, joined by ACHARA KIRK.
What's up?
We're continuing on with the Sandman Season 1, Episode 10, sort of the last episode, but there's like a bonus episode, if you guys didn't know, Episode 11. This one is called Lost Hearts. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, you'll see a cut-down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture, but if you want to watch the whole thing with us, uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page, patreon.com/JabbyKawai, or become a member of this YouTube channel, but you will need your own Netflix subscription so you can open up the episode in an adjacent window to our reaction, and it's like you're watching it with two of your favorite pals from the internet. After you join our Patreon or memberships, as you probably heard me talk about before, there's a whole bunch of stuff in that library that we've got there waiting for you. If you want to check out our Marvel reactions, our reactions to The Boys, both the live action and the animated version, ACHARA's first time watching Total Recall or Aliens, all kinds of great stuff already there and more to come. So if you're watching this on Patreon or memberships already, thanks so much for supporting us here. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, bell icon, all notifications, and vote this up. Let YouTube know you're enjoying what you're watching. Hey, here we go.
He's gonna kill you. But if someone protected you, kept him from killing you, well, then you'd become the center of the dreaming. He'd be powerless, and I would be free.
Ask questions.
You can have both keys.
I'll come back in an hour. I'll knock. If you want, you can let me in. If not, I'll go away. But lock the door when I leave, because you never know.
God, for a second there, I thought he was going to take his dark glasses off and really freak her out.
Our guest of honor's presence here tonight, one of the best. The Corinthian.
He's really tall, huh?
Or that guy was quite short.
I see you for who you truly are. And I want you to see it too. And see yourselves as I do. We are gladiators, conquerors.
Oh, God.
We are explorers and truth seekers. We are swashbucklers. We are hunters.
Oh my goodness.
That's some Silence of the Lambs shit.
Walking this earth for over a century, infecting others with your joy of death. But what have you given them? What have you wrought? Nothing.
You send me back into their dreams? Because I won't go willingly.
A knife
Yeah.
against a dream.
Oh, you don't think dreams can die? Let's find out.
Enough.
What? How is that possible?
Maybe it's the vortex.
I've got Rose Walker getting stronger every second while you get weaker.
Whoa.
She's taking your place at the center of the dreaming.
Oh, God.
She's bringing the walls down between the sleepers' minds. And now they're all dreaming the same dream.
The dream that I inspired.
No.
It's already happening. There's nothing you can do. She's asleep and dreaming.
Then she is not beyond my reach.
If I'm as powerful as you say I am, then I will find my own way. The walls go back up. Because I'm not dreaming anymore. I'm wide awake.
So I must uncreate you now.
I am only sorry I won't be here to see Rose Walker do the same.
Oh. Was that a little baby skull?
From this moment on, exactly how craven and selfish and monstrous you are. Grief of those that mourn them still, and you shall carry that pain and grief and guilt with you until the end of time.
Goodness. Gosh, poor Jed, man.
What?
Poor Jed. He's
Yeah.
screwed for life.
That'd be alright.
The baby's coming. I'm in labor.
Oh my God.
Is that Rose?
And Barbie and Ken and Hal are here.
We're taking good care of her, Rose.
And Chantal and Zelda are on the way.
So are we.
Don't rush. Drive safely.
Is that baby gonna make it through the night?
Why?
Because Dream is gonna control alt delete all this nonsense.
Is there anyone we should call? Lyda's family?
Or the baby's daddy, whoever it is. You don't have to tell us. Who is he?
I love him.
When you go to sleep tonight, you have to find him and end this. It's up to you, Rose. You're in charge now. You're the vortex.
Yeah, don't take advice from her. I wouldn't take advice from her.
She's trying to protect her.
I
trying
know.
to keep her
What
alive.
does she know? What does she know? She had a baby with a ghost.
Sleep and start bringing the walls down between people's dreams.
Then you have the power to destroy him.
He's gonna kill you.
You're the vortex.
Oh, another song.
Go. Don't fit, no fight, no feud, and no ego.
Oh, don't break the walls. Okay.
And this is the story he told. It was a dark and stormy night, and the skipper said to the mate, "Mate, tell me a story." And this is the story he told. It was a dark and stormy night, and the skipper said
The dreams are overlapping.
I scent strangeness in the air.
What manner of thing, Martin Tenbones? The cuckoo? The heromancer? Colonel Knowledge?
None of those. Something is happening, my princess. Look.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God. Come, Martin Tenbones, we must away. What are you all doing here?
Babe?
Yeah, yeah, it is what it looks like. You shut up.
It's a dream.
Uh-oh. She's vortexing.
You just have to wake up right now.
God. Oh, no.
Is that the end of them?
I don't know.
Wake up! Please, I'm begging you! It was a dark and stormy night. His skipper said to the mate, "Tell me a story."
Oh, jeez. God, that's horrifying.
I'll save you!
No, don't! No! Oh, shit, no!
Okay.
All right.
I'm imagining this is all recoverable then.
You have to fix this.
Damage. Nothing that I cannot repair.
Okay, there we go.
Stage.
What happened to Jed? To my friends?
They're asleep in their bed, but they're not safe. No one is. Not until the vortex is dead.
Oh.
How'd you get there?
May I help you?
What do you think?
Oh, yes, please. Rose Walker is your great-granddaughter.
Yes.
How do you know Rose?
I knew she'd have got there by sleeping, Achara. I'm just like, but how'd you get there?
She's looking for a book.
If you stay in the dreaming, walk in my meadows and my green glades, rest beneath my trees. Rose Walker, it was a privilege being human with you.
Aww. Stephen Fry, it was a privilege to have you on this show. Wow, that's gorgeous.
I am Rose's great-grandmother. And according to this book, I was meant to be the vortex of this age. But because you were imprisoned and locked out of the dreaming, that fate was handed down to my descendants.
I don't understand.
You're not very bright, are you?
Oh my god.
I want you to reach down inside yourself and give me whatever it is that makes you the vortex.
But how?
You're dreaming, darling. Anything is possible.
Unity Kincaid is a smart cookie.
So leave my great-granddaughter alone.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Oh, what happens?
You died so that Rose might live. Father of your child had golden eyes.
I've never seen anything like them.
Oh, what?
Goodbye, Rose, darling. Mr. Holdaway will see to it that you and Jed have everything you need.
Thank goodness. I was thinking about the money. The moment she died,
you were.
I was just like,
of course you were.
Are they going to be all right?
You and your brother are children of the Endless.
Yeah.
You have suffered enough. You may leave this place.
That's your uncle. Oh, sweet dreams, little one.
I'm surprised he sleeps with a smile on his face
I
after everything
know.
he's seen.
After all that. Well, Desire, you're in trouble. Oh, it's the same heart.
Do you believe yourself strong enough to stand against me? Against death? Against destiny?
Next time, I'll drop that.
Love Desire, man.
Huh?
I love Desire.
Why?
'Cause he's so good.
Because he's good at what? Being a dick?
Yeah. I love just the personification, his voice, the look, everything, the costume.
She is a daughter of the Endless with quite a story to tell.
Rosie, send it. It's really good. Come eat. Dinner's here.
Oh, hi there. Hello.
That worked out.
Are you making
Doll's house?
Would you mind taking care of things while I work?
with pleasure, sir?
Delegating is important.
Forgot about that.
Well, hello.
You wish to invade the dreaming,
If you command it,
and then perhaps the waking world.
I would ask you do more than think. The generals demand action.
Then I shall act. You may tell them.
Excellent. Good day, Your Majesty.
Did she look worried to you?
What are you going to do?
Something that I have never done before. Something that will make God absolutely livid and bring Morpheus to his knees.
Wow. All right, Kirk. So you've read the book.
I listened to it being read to me,
And
being narrated.
Now you've watched most of what is here for season 1.
I really, really liked it. And in a way, there were some things that I didn't remember quite so clearly. And so I was able to kind of carry along with the story the way that they were presenting it to me in the show and really enjoy that. For a while, especially in this episode, I was like, oh, I wonder how they're going to solve this. I wonder how they're going to, solve this problem with the vortex without killing Rose. And then I remembered that it had something to do with Unity. And then it all started becoming clear. And I was like, oh, yes, right. That's how they got around it. I really enjoyed that. I thought that the actress playing Unity was really lovely. She has such a warm quality about her. Like, if you imagine a kind grandma in your dreams, Unity would be the grandma that you think of, like that kind of lovely quality. And so it was really sad for me when she died, and it made the most sense, you know, like she was giving up her life for her granddaughter, and she was reclaiming what was supposed to be hers in the beginning. I don't remember from the audiobook if the dad was in fact Desire. I don't recall that at all, but I thought that was a really interesting twist to make Rose part endless. And it really showcased how diabolical Desire is. And like, I really love what Mason Alexander Park and like the creators of the show have done with the character, the look of the character, like the way that he moves and his voice and all of that. I was just like, yes, digging it. This character that's just kind of
the actress
amazing.
Playing Unity Kincaid is Sandra James Young, and I would have to agree with you. I think that she did a wonderful job. She just had a very warm presence about her that felt very authentic and genuine.
Yeah.
And you know, when she spoke, I felt like I was listening to my own. I mean, my grandmother was an Italian, grew up in New York, so their accents are nothing alike. But you know, there's a grandmother quality to her, even though she's a great grandmother. There's a grandmother quality to her that felt so right. And every time she spoke, it was just nice. It was pleasant.
Yeah.
You know, like a glass of milk, you know, with Oreos or something.
Or like a warm blanket that just makes you feel really safe and loved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just something very comforting about her presence. And I think that the casting was spot on with her. Unlike the couple of other people I already talked about.
If you've been watching our reactions, you know exactly who Jabby is talking about, okay?
Yeah. The vortex scene where everyone is falling into the thing, I was a little bit disappointed by the fact that they had no consequence. It was just sort of like a visual threat, I suppose.
It was really scary, though. I was worried for them.
I wanted it to have consequences. I felt as disappointed with that as I did with the end of Toy Story 3. I'm like, no, kill the toys.
They'll die. They're
kill
supposed to die.
I
You
want
can't
the
let them
children.
live.
I want to see the children walking out of the theater sobbing. Life's hard sometimes. Like, I want to see them go through some shit. And this was an instance where I felt like, what's his name?
Jed.
As soon as he fell into the vortex, I'm like, oh, well, this means nothing. This is obviously he's not going to die. They're not going to kill him. And I felt sad for his character, even though I didn't really connect with him because acting was just a little bit clunky for me. Even though I didn't connect with him, I felt sad for his character because he won't get to spend time with his great grandmother. You know,
Oh,
he literally says in the car, so it's just you and me. And she's like, no, we got a great grandma. Psych, took that away.
Just kidding.
Like his life was so fucked up. Like he's gone through so much shit. He had the bad dad, right? And then he had the bad foster family. And he's witnessed all this murdering happening.
Yeah.
Then
in real life and in a dream, by the way.
He's got this, and then his pseudo mother that was there for him in his dreams, he never gets to see again.
Yeah.
Taken away from him by dream. And then on top of that, he gets told he's got a great grandmother who he'll never meet.
Yeah.
Except at her funeral. So his story is really screwed. That sucks.
Yeah, but he's still able to dream and smile while he's dreaming, which is pretty remarkable. And maybe they're making a statement about the resilience of the human spirit or the resilience of children overall.
How he doesn't just end up becoming a mute like the kid in The Client, the Tommy Lee Jones movie. I'm like, I don't know how he doesn't just like lock up and just doesn't say shit.
Right.
Because he's seen so much.
He's seen some pretty horrendous shit.
I thought it was neat how Dream had his arcs. The way the show was going, I was like, well, I have no idea where this is headed. But then eventually it came back around to some of the traditional format of storytelling, which is like, you have this main character. Mm-hmm. He's got to have an arc of some kind. And he did. Like, a lot of things he came around on. Ultimately, like, he abandoned a lot of his antiquated ideas and rules, like the nightmare lady. He allowed her to become
a dream.
Yeah.
Overall, I really enjoyed the show. I enjoyed hanging out with the characters that it presented to us, particularly Dream. Lucienne really, really grew on me, and I really started to like her. And Desire is just enjoyable to kind of, I guess, observe and feel frustrated by. And yeah, it's just so many of the characters in this show were just so interesting and fun to hang out with.
Yeah, it was definitely different. I can't say that I super appreciate how it was different in terms of the structure. Like, I'm still kind of wrestling with that. Maybe it's because of conditioning. I'm so used to stories being told a particular way.
Right.
But there was no like climactic battle of some kind, which I was kind of expecting. Like, I wanted to see, there was this moment where Dream gets stabbed in the hand because the vortex is dreaming and it's sort of warping things. I'm like, oh, cool. Where's that going to go? Nowhere. It's not really taken anywhere dramatic. It's over when it starts, kind of thing.
Right. I suppose it's more of a battle of concepts, rather than...
Well, like I said, it's different. I'm still it's still simmering.
Yeah.
I might come away with this, in a week going, you know what, that was actually pretty cool. They totally broke all the rules that I'm used to. But like, as it is in this moment, I'm just like, oh, I kind of wish that they showed me the culmination of like what this looks like when shit really hits the fan. Shit never really hit the fan here. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, it kind of came close in episode 5 with, I keep wanting to say John G, but I know that's wrong.
Oh, John D?
John D, yeah.
Yeah.
So it just would have been neat if they could have woven these things. Now, obviously, that would have been a departure from the source material, but if they could have, had John D and the Corinthians somehow team up and then, like, be this formidable adversary against Dream, and then, like, somehow the Vortex and Dream got to work together. It's like, ka-chow! I don't know.
So basically the Avengers.
No, basically everything else you've ever read ever is just it culminating in this climactic point, and then the denouement.
Sure.
But I mean, I get that that's
not this.
No. I get that is the norm, and that's the very traditional structure. And this is deviated from that completely, and I understand that, and I respect it. I'm just saying, like, as it is right now, it's it's like, okay, that was a nice meal. I'm glad you really liked that meal. I don't know when I'm gonna come back here again. You know what I mean? You get the feeling I'm trying to...
It's like I took you to a Michelin-star restaurant and then you're like, can we go to Pizza Hut?
No. It's like you took me to a Vietnamese restaurant and I was like, I was kind of hoping for Thai. That's what it's like.
Oh, like that, is it? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Vietnamese food. But ACHARA loves it.
I do. I love Thai food too.
But every time ACHARA wants Vietnamese food, I'm just like, okay, yeah. Whatever makes you happy, ACHARA. There were certainly moments in here that I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. It's interesting. And, I think that Tom Sturridge did a great job of being Dream. And Boyd Holbrook, initially I wasn't on board with him, but over the course of the episodes, I thought that he was pretty cool as the Corinthian.
I absolutely loved him as the Corinthian.
Yeah, Vivienne, I'm gonna screw up her last name, Acheampong. As Lucian, I thought she was lovely from the start to finish.
Yeah.
Patton Oswald, sometimes Patton Oswald is like hit and miss for me. This was a role I thought that he was remarkably good. And I actually was disappointed that we didn't get more of him towards the end of it.
I feel like they used him quite sparingly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Gwendolyn Christie as Lucifer, it was nice to see her come back at the end and sort of set us up, I'm guessing. Again, this is like the traditional structure in my mind of what I'm used to. Setting us up for season 2 and the possible like conflicts therein.
If they go with what I listened to in the second audiobook, then you might be disappointed because it's not particularly like crazy climactic, but it's unexpected. However, they may decide to go a different way and do a full-on battle.
It seems like this was pretty true to the source material based on...
Yeah.
Okay. So...
More or less. I mean, in some ways, the deviations that they took made sense and I liked them. There wasn't really anything that they did where I went, why did you do that? That feels jarring or weird. So I thought that they did a really good job of adapting it.
When I saw the ad for this, I think that I was just hoping that it was going to get more Banana Town. Elliot Page in Inception is this person who can like reconstruct, what's going on inside of a dream. And they set it up and it's like, oh, that's super cool. Like this person can just reorganize shit on the fly, right?
Yeah.
And it never really goes anywhere. Like, they set this up, it's Chekhov's gun. They set it up and it never really happens. It never really pays off. Inception's a damn awesome movie.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of Chekhov's guns in that movie where things don't get paid off. And for me, there was a huge not paid off. There's a huge Chekhov's gun here, which is you're dealing with dream. Now, it's not necessarily something the show promised me. It's something that I felt like the trailer promised me, which is shit is going to be nuts. And it never quite got there for it being dreamscape, you know, it being this sort of Inception-like thing, this Matrix-like thing. I was hoping that this was going to go places that Matrix or Inception haven't gone. I mean, obviously you're limited with budget, but Netflix spent like $150 million on a Martin Scorsese movie, so I don't see why they couldn't take this further. Maybe they're running out of dough, but like because it's dealing with dreams and whatever, I was hoping it was gonna get like even nuttier, you know. And it's like it was cool, like
perhaps, but I think that the exploration of humanity and the things that, you know, make us human, our dreams, our nightmares, our fears, and all of that, I thought that was really interesting.
No, it was.
Explore.
I was just looking for a psychedelic stimulation, like Doctor Strange. But I suppose that's what those other IPs are for. It's already serving that purpose. It's just that when I saw the trailer, to get my ass in the seat, as it were, to get me to watch this, they were showing me all this cool psychedelic shit. Not the humanity stuff.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. You feel like they kind of misled you with the idea of having cool visuals, whereas it's more of a study of humanity. Yeah.
Which is fine. I am totally like on board with like exploring, you know, what does it mean to be human and what is that like, you know, just psychology and all that stuff in a fantastical way.
Yeah.
That's super cool to me, like conceptually.
Yeah, the grand themes.
The grand themes are cool to me. Awesome. But it got nightmarish. I mean, I'll hand it that. Like when the dude who wanted to go to Broadway or whatever was like, is pulling the faces off.
Yeah.
You know, you got the Corinthian with the teeth in his eyes. It's just like, you know, whatever they did in the first episode or two, it never got crazier than that. Is all I'm saying. You know what I mean?
You know, I was wondering with the Corinthian and his teeth, mouth for eyes situation, when he started crying towards the end, how does that work? Do you have tear ducts, or is it just saliva that's coming out of your little eye mouth?
I think you're overthinking.
I am a little bit. It's just a thought that I had.
That's big for me to say. To be fair, I noticed that also, but I was like, I'll just go with it.
Yeah, no, it was just a funny random thought that I had. Where I was like, what are the mechanics of this? This is very interesting to me.
Yeah, but you start asking that, you might as well ask about everything. How does the pumpkin work?
Oh, that's easy. It has.
How does it make any more sense than the teeth eyes? The teeth eyes make more sense than the pumpkin does.
The pumpkin is just a talking pumpkin. That's easy.
ACHARA, how does it have any like structure? It doesn't make any sense. It's a fantasy.
Magic.
Yeah. Where does that even come from?
From the Sandman, because they're in the dreaming.
Yeah, that's true.
I have the answer to everything.
The show certainly answered my question about Unity Kincaid ending up in the library. It's just a wonder that she didn't end up there earlier. Because if she had spent most of her life dreaming, how did she not stumble upon that room before?
The dreaming is vast.
This is what makes me frustrated when people leave the conversation early, because now there's this thing that's hitting me about this show or this particular episode that I think is super cool. Most people aren't going to hear this part, and it makes me sad. Okay, anyway, there's this moment, even though I think it could have been handled with a little bit more finesse, there's this moment where Unity goes, I was supposed to be the vortex, not you. If this mistake never happened, you would never be here. There's so many things throughout history where you go, oh, that's fucked up that happened. It's like, but then you wouldn't be here.
Well, yeah, because everything has a cause and effect, right? And every single choice that we make.
I've talked about this many times.
Yeah.
Many times. Like the atrocities that so many people have gone throughout history. Super sucky, super bad, super awful and gross and terrible. But then, you know, you think about just like the butterfly effect of life and how you change one little thing. Like if your parents decided to make a baby 10 minutes later, it might not have been you. It might have been someone completely different.
Most definitely, it wouldn't have been you.
Yeah, like if your parents decided to make love the next day instead of the day they made you, it wouldn't be you, right? And so with that in mind, with so many random variables that just clash and clash and clash, until we end up in this moment where you're watching us talk about this shit. It's like, it's just so crazy. And to be able to look at this awful thing and go, but now we have you and you're beautiful.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's amazing.
And I do like that notion in the show. It flew by as this sort of flippant thing. And I was like, wait, but that's actually really poignant.
Yeah.
You know?
I feel like there are many powerful messages in this series. Thinking about it now, I'm a little bit sad that we didn't get to see more of Death, because she was cool. But perhaps if they do end up doing a season 2, then we might see some more of her, because I like her as a character.
I really liked
Joanna Constantine.
I would have loved to have had more of her.
There's still more story with her, so it's possible.
Yeah.
She's great, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, the show had a lot of really interesting and fun characters that you have a really good time hanging out with.
But anyways, hopefully you guys don't hate me. And it's always my fear. It's just for having feelings.
Just being real.
But anyway, all right, you guys. Well, cool. Thanks for hanging out. I'm Jabby Coy. This is
ACHARA KIRK.
Peace out.